Hi, in this video we're going to look again at what happens between two dates. In our previous video we used an approach using virtual relationships. This time we're going to calculate the same result but with a different approach using DAX calculated tables. We'll look and see how this is done, and then we might look at why this is a better approach under certain circumstances. But let's start by reminding ourselves of our sample data set. Our data set has 10,000 projects, and let's just have a look at one example project. This is a project with its unique identifier 519. The client is West Ham. They're a London-based client. The project manager is Aggie, and this particular project starts on the 1st of January 2020 this year and will finish on the 15th of December. A total of 350 days. The total revenue for this project is £1,800, and that gives us a daily revenue rate of £5.14, 1,800 divided by 350. If we look at the model, we've got a project table that contains those 10,000 projects. That's our fact table. We have a couple of dimension tables, client and project manager, and we also have a date table. Let's start by creating that DAX calculated table. I'm going to create a new table. That will bring my formula bar, and I'm going to create the DAX for the new table. It's going to be called Daily Project. And let's have a look at this table. What we've got is for every project and for every date that that project is active, we've got a row. So if I filter on that project 519, which I showed you before, we can see that there are 350 rows starting on the 1st of January, the start date, and finishing on the 15th of December, the end date, and for each row we've got that daily revenue number of £5.14. Let's have a quick look at the DAX that we used to create that table. We're going to create a table called Daily Project, and we start off by creating two table variables, one called Proj, which is just some of the selected columns in the project table, and one called Cal, which is just all the dates in the calendar table. And then this filter generate is the core of it. We do basically a cross join between those tables and filter for each project, so we just get the dates between the project start date and the end date. Once we've got that table, we just return the columns that we need here. Our next job is to create the relationships between this daily project table and our calendar and project table. If we go to the model pane, this is our new table Daily Project down here. I'm going to join it to the calendar table on date, of course, and I'm going to join it to the project table on project key. And as usual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the surrogate columns in this fact table. We don't need them because we've got them in the two-dimension tables. Now I'm back in the report pane, and here is our new table Daily Project and the new column revenue. And in fact what we've done is just reshape the data, so the sum of this revenue is equal to our original revenue for the project. What I'll do to avoid confusion is I'll just rename that to our revenue calc, and to show that those two revenues are equal, we'll create a simple bar chart against our client, and we'll look at our calculated revenue against our client and against our original revenue there. And what we'll do is we'll just make that into a clustered bar chart so that we can see that the bars are equal, and to prove the point even further we'll add some data labels on there as well so that we can see the numbers are equal. Great. Finally, we want to show our active revenue for every day, our revenue from those active projects. So let's just create a new page. I'm going to add a line chart, and I'm going to go to our new revenue, and I'm just going to show it by day. And there we are, what we have, that's our active revenue each day. For example, on the 23rd of August next year, the revenue on that day will be £15,190 across all the projects, and if we wanted to look at it by clients, we could. What have we achieved here? We took our project table and we disaggregated it into a new table with the same data, a different shape, and at a date count granularity, every row is a different date. And because we've done that and connected it to our date table, we can now look at the active revenue or the number of active projects by date, or even if we want to, by high level granularities. Even though our original data, our project data, had lots of projects and all the start dates and end dates were completely different dates. Let's take this one step further. I brought in a new table called a target, and that's basically got the targets for the project management company for the revenue, daily revenue across the 3 years. Notice that this is split into different periods, and the start and end date of those periods don't align in any way with the start and end dates of the projects. What we'd like to do is work out the variance of our actual over target. Let's do that. First of all, I'm creating a table called daily target in exactly the same way as we did daily project. It's got a row for every date on the 3 years and the target revenue on that date. And then in the model pane, I've connected up daily target to calendar and to target in exactly the same way as I connected up daily project. Now I've done that, it means that I can compare my target revenue over time against my actual revenue over time, and not just at the date level but also at any other level as well. Finally, I can now create measures such as this variance measure here, which compares the actual and the target revenue. Let's have a look at that in the chart. I'll build a bar chart. I'll put my revenue on by my year and month. So what have we done? We started off with a project table with lots of projects, all starting and ending on different dates. We brought in a target table that has different dates again, and we're able to compare the two with the variance and look at it across standard calendar dates such as quarter, year and month. Hope you enjoyed the video. We produce videos once every week, so please do subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video.